Hey guys, it's Kim Dunbar,
And Pierre number.
and welcome back to That Marriage Life.
Yeah.
We had a couple minutes after putting all the kids down and me getting home from work, and we thought it would be nice to try to do an impromptu video of advice to
Yeah.
give to singles who are looking to not be single. That makes sense, right? Did I say
Yeah.
it right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually his idea. So what made you come up with this idea?
Right. Because it seems to be is I remember how tough it was when before I met this nutbag here, you know, being single, and I forgot how tough that was until I heard some of my friends, my single friends, talking about how much they. I mean, obviously, a guy can't really come out and say, "Man, I really want to." I'm lonely. I want to, but I mean, they say that differently.
Mm-hmm.
They say stuff like, just different. It's just a
What's the male
different way.
version? I'm curious.
The male version is cool. Well, so like when I talk about you, be like, man, that's so cool. That stuff that you got with your wife. I don't know if I got the patience for it, but I'm glad you got it. But man,
Oh,
I would love to have. And then they go on and on and on. And girls, oh my god, girls they're allowed to be a little more vulnerable. They can say stuff like, "Man, I wish that I had that connection with someone," and
I mean, but
like
you
that.
say that all the time anyway.
I say what?
That you wanted that connection.
I said that to you.
Oh, you don't say it to other people.
Yeah, I just said that to you and your sister wives.
Anyway, okay, so let's try to keep this thing short for the folks. So let's come
Mm-hmm.
up with 3 pieces of advice that we would give to singles who don't want to be single.
Um.
I got one.
Okay.
Okay, piece of advice number 1: if you don't want to be single, you need to occupy your dang time. And I say that knowing full well that for me, I didn't realize that not occupying my time made my mind idle, and I don't mind, it's a devil's playground.
Mm.
But when I started doing things, figuring out things that I liked, things that I didn't like, making my own adventures, hanging out with friends, I actually learned a lot more about myself. So by the time I actually met this guy, I wasn't just a half of a person trying to find her other half. I was a whole person trying to find her partner. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I guess going along with that, the second thing I would say is enjoy your singleness.
Preach. Oh yes.
Excuse you. Anyway,
It's
um,
true.
but like when you're single, well, like I could definitely say, especially like we have kids, there are
Yes.
things that we miss
Sleep.
so much
Sleep.
about not having kids. And it's easier to point out.
Sleep.
I mean, and it sucks to say. Like I'm very happily
We
married,
are. We're very happy.
but there are things that you can do when you're single that you can't do when you're married. I think one thing that in one of Kevin Hart's specials, he was like, when he dumped his wife, one thing that he did is he was just chilling with some birds. You can't do that and I felt that so much. It was like, yeah, I was just chilling with the birds, but there's a lot of stuff you can do when you're single
It's true.
that you can't do when you're married. You could do so many spontaneous things. You could sleep in. You check in with nobody. All
Nobody.
you do is do whatever you
All your
want to
money
do.
is yours. Like it's fun. No, that's a good point. What's another one for me?
That's the third
Um,
and last one, so make it good.
third one. Um, Honestly, for those people who are looking forward to meeting their spouse, I say pray for your spouse. For me, when I started praying for my spouse, even before I ever met this guy, I realized the more I prayed about my partner, the more I stopped thinking of him like Prince Charming, and started thinking of him as my friend, my confidant, my, another human being that was, trying to go through all the bull crap that I was going through. The hard days at work, the, trying to find myself, and just trying to live through life. I was just and for me it would just be something as simple like, dear Lord, I know my husband's out there, and if he's having as crappy day as I am, I pray that you are with him.
Right. Yeah. I agree. I agree. You should. I would say meditate on what you want out of a spouse, and whatever you do. I guess just to wrap this up.
Yeah.
And most importantly, do not settle. And do also.
Absolutely.
I mean, I guess I can say this now as a 30, as I'm in my late 30s. You got to give up the casual thing. If you actually want a permanent spouse, you can't be like, okay, I'm just going to kick it with these randoms until the one come, because the one's not coming if you keep having randoms. And also, randoms will get you in trouble.
True.
There are so many children in this world because of randoms. Because a guy said, let me get with these randoms until I find me. Or a woman, a lady said, okay, I can't find Mr. Right, so I'm going to occupy my time.
Mr. Right now.
And yeah. The people who you're in a relationship, who you're married and you have that intimacy to, that is the most important relationship in your life. And that's going to dictate so much about your entire life. So don't waste it by, just because you're lonely.
That's actually really beautiful. You got layers, dude. I respect it.
Yeah.
Well, I hope our advice helps somebody out there. And by all means, if you have pieces of advice to share, please let us know in the comments. I mean, yeah, we're celebrating our 6th wedding anniversary tomorrow. Like February
7th.
No, it's not. Our wedding anniversary?
Yeah.
We got married 2015.
Mm-hmm. And
it's 2022. Dang it. Okay.
And marry someone that remembers how long you've been married.
Sorry. Don't mind this.
I mean,
it's that tag.
But I can't really blame her, because being with me is such a joy that it seems like it's a short time.
That's so
But
true.
for me, shit, it's been like 30 years.
Have a good night, guys. I hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful day. And yeah, let us know what advice you would share with the singles that you guys know out there, okay? Yeah. Love you guys.